Have you ever found yourself in a very tough situation and felt like the whole world is on your head, right? And you felt like not doing anything in your life, and you felt like ending your life, or this is it, I am done, and all of that. Like, we all have gone through this one or the other time in our life, right? Where we feel completely lost, where we feel completely like helpless, right? So feel hopeless and don't know what to do, right? So in this personal mastery show, I'm going to actually help you. How do you actually handle tough situation? So if you do not know me, hi, I'm Keerthan, founder of College Innovators and author of the book Why Being Independent is Awesome and XMoney Secrets. So I'm all here to help you today in this personal mastery session. Is that how do you actually handle tough situation? So before we actually understand that how to handle tough situation, let's also understand how a tough situation is created, because that is very important. You need to understand, most of the time we think the situations that happens to us, but in most of the cases situations are happening, but how do we actually respond to them makes a huge difference, right? And that actually creates a different outcome. So there is a beautiful mentor, his name is Jack Canfield. He says that, so there are a lot of events or situations that will be happening, that's called as events, but how you respond to that, right? The response, right, creates a different outcome. If you respond it in an anger, frustration, and being sad and depressed, the outcome is going to be different. So when an event happens, so if you actually go with a response of being calm, being composed, being in a place of coming with how do I actually solve this, the outcome is going to be different, right? But let's understand, how does a situation arise? Situation happens in any situation because of these three things. So you might have heard about this law, right? The first way by which a situation is created in any sense is because of the situation of cause and effect, right? Because there is a cause, like even the whole universe and the cosmos works on the cause and effect law, which means that you created a cause and there is an effect, and the effect is the situation, right? And you get to experience that, right? So that is very, very important. So you need to understand, if you are going through any situation, what caused this situation? Because the situation is an effect, it is not the cause. It is an effect that what you are experiencing. Let's consider a situation where you lost your job and you will be like, oh my God, I lost my job. Look at this, God, why are you giving this trouble? No, think about the cause of that, right? You think the effect of losing a job. What is the cause of that? And most of the cases, the cause will be you only, right? You're not improving, or you're not doing things on time. Sometimes, yes, there will be challenges, but still, if you do not take this, my life is my responsibility, then things will not change. So the situation arises because of the cause and effect. Like as I told you, you having challenges with your health. Sometimes you not taking care of your health will actually create the effect, right? The cause is not taking care of the health properly, but the effect is you having a challenge with the health, right? But sometimes you will be doing all things great, but still there are certain challenges that might happen in health or in your career or in relationships or any places. We will actually talk about that. How did that particular thing happen? But the first thing is that most of the time it's you that who will be the cause of that any situation that what you will be experiencing as an effect. The second reason how a situation arises in our life is because we create it. It is that we are the creator of that particular situation. In our mind, because most of the time we will be thinking, no, I did not created that relationship breakup. But in your head it was going, that person is like that person is like this. You created a lot of impressions in your own mind. And when we are talking, suddenly this happened, that person got raged and said this, that, and all of that. But where did that start? It started in your head. So that's very, very important, right? So you need to understand that whatever it is in your life, if it is happening either because of cause and effect, either because you created it, or if it is created by somebody, then you allowed it to happen. As simple as that. That's what I said you, right? You allowed it to happen. Like for example, certain times you go through certain health issues or anything like that. You allowed it. Like maybe you did not do the yoga, or maybe you did not do the gym, or you did not do the things in a right way. So if you understand this, then you will understand this total sentence, right? Or the statement. It's a valuable statement, like my life is my responsibility. If you don't get this, you will not be able to handle the hard situations in the right way. This is very, very important. My life is 100% my responsibility. That is what is personal mastery is all about, right? We all come here in this channel to actually learn every single week. How do I actually master myself? And that comes with my life is 100%, not 99, not 95, 100% my responsibility. So once you understand that, for any situation that is actually happening, either it is because of I created a cause, or I created it, or I allowed it to happen. In both the ways, or in all the three ways, it is actually me who is actually the main source, right? But how do we handle that? Once the situation is happened, I already told you, the response, how do you actually give it to it, will create the outcome. There are three different responses that you can actually give. The first is that, so any situation happens, if you can change the situation, right, then change it. As simple as that. That's the first one. If you cannot change the situation, then if you can accept the situation, right? So if you cannot change, then accept the situation. If you cannot change or accept, the third one is you remove yourself from that situation, right? You got to create a distance from that situation, right? And that is very, very important. I'm going to give you with an example, right? Certain things, as I actually shared, let's take an example with your career, right? Let's consider that you really worked really hard for that promotion, and it was almost at the edge of promotion. So, but it didn't happen. And you feel lost. Like, I worked for 2 years to get this one single promotion and it didn't happen. I hate my boss. I hate my company. I hate the people here. So you go on blah, 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 blah like that with your head. But you need to understand, can you change this situation? Can you improve yourself with certain things doing so that you can actually get that promotion no matter what? If you can change it, change it. As simple as that. You will be able to make that progress. No, I cannot change this. This is over, right? They gave the promotion to somebody else where I worked really hard, but other person got it. You're still in the blame mode. You need to understand, personal mastery is all about my life is my responsibility. You avoid blaming, complaining, and justification. You gotta avoid blame, complaint, justification. Like, how do I actually improve right now? Right? Can I accept this situation? Okay, it didn't happen maybe because of this reason. You can still communicate, like, what was the reason why it did not happen in a professional way, not in a blaming way, right? So you can still do that. But if you cannot change it, or if you cannot accept it, maybe it's time for you to actually leave that job, right? So that's exactly how you actually move on. You remove yourself from that situation to do something else in your life. And guess what? Most of the people today who leave the job from one company, they go to the another company, they find it, oh, this also is like that. They go to another company, this also is like that, right? So now, wherever they actually go, right, they will never get the justice. The reason is because they haven't understood my life is my responsibility, right? So it's very, very important. Like, you have to avoid blaming, complaining, and justification, and take 100% responsibility towards your life. That's exactly how your life is going to change. That's exactly how life is going to change. This is very, very important. I hope that you actually got this value from this session, that how do you handle into any tough situation? It's about your perspective, right? You can actually be in a situation and you can see the positive side of it, and you can still be in a situation and you can see the negative side of it. How do you look into that? That plays an important role. I hope that you got the value for this week about personal mastery, right? So I'm all with you, right? I'm seeing many of you progressing, many of you sharing your comments. I'm very, very happy to actually see that, your growth, your results and all of that. I would love to help more and more. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, kindly do subscribe to the channel, and also share this video with your loved ones who definitely need this at their tough situation, so that they'll be getting like, okay, this video, this training is for me only, right? So that is very, very important. So look forward to see you in the next video.